locked in. We're here with the one and only. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, listen, it's your boy, TooBizy Gaming. We're live, we're direct, and we are in full effect. We are here with the legends that is Orthors, and yeah, man, we're ready to talk that talk. Let's get it.
So we're going to do something different today. We're going to start with a few quick fire questions, ease us into the interview.
I'm ready.
Favorite fictional character from a game?
Favorite fictional character from a game, Cloud Strife.
Ooh, okay, how come?
Cloud Strife he's that guy. He's obviously growing up playing Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1. It was a very memorable time in my childhood. So obviously, you know, the iconic Buster Sword, the victory pose, the music, the enemies, the game itself, I think just embodies what I love about Final Fantasy and Cloud. So yeah, man, Cloud's just that guy. Some of his moves are crazy, and yeah, he's just that guy, man. Skinny guy holding the Buster Sword. Don't get better than that, man.
Lit. Which means this might be obvious now. What's your favorite game?
It's a toss-up, and you know what? Before I got here, I was actually thinking if you're gonna ask this question, but I think favorite game I'm gonna have to say is Monster Hunter World. I'm gonna have to give it to Monster Hunter World, yeah, man. Final Fantasy VII it's like that, but Monster Hunter World is, yeah, that's a time. That's a crazy time.
Top notch. Okay. Here's a good one. If you could instantly master any skill, what would it be?
Instantly master any skill.
Any skill.
Oh my days. You know what? I don't know if this counts, but the Adobe Suite. You know what? It's crazy. when you're a content creator and you know you do design, you do video editing, you do, you know, photo editing, you do all of that stuff. There's nothing. I say there's nothing worse, but when you just don't know how to do something in the Adobe Suite and you're bugging out, you're thinking, oh my God, what do I type on YouTube? What do I type on Google? But if I could master just the suite in general, right, come on, man. You know as well.
I know. I wasn't even expecting that answer, but that's a top answer. I would never thought of that, but that's a good one. Here's one. Team iOS or Team Android?
iOS.
How come?
I used to work at Apple. So before my current job, I used to work there. Amazing company, but just the ease of iOS for me personally is it's just the way to go. I really appreciate the ecosystem. I'm not trying to sound like I still work there. But yeah, man, I just appreciate everything that Apple have kind of done and how it benefits, I think, a creative as well, like their Macs, their iPads, and even down to like the iPhone, you know, like all of that type of stuff for me. If it helps me, I'm a big fan of it, so yeah.
I hear it. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
All day. Indie games or AAA games?
I'm gonna have to go AAA, man. But someone's gonna roast me, but I'm gonna have to go AAA.
Not the indies, no, not the upcoming indie people.
You know what? I do get down with some indie games, but AAA is, you know, I've been stung a few times. I'm not gonna name any games, but you know, I think we've all been stung a few times. You buy a AAA game and it's not how we'd like it, or it doesn't hold up to, you know, the standard that we've been watching all the trailers and the gameplay reveals and whatnot. But there's just something about when a AAA game is AAA, that feeling is crazy. Crazy.
I hear that. Favorite fashion brand?
I am a Nike boy. I can't lie, yeah, I'm a Nike boy. That's my, I'm all in Nike at the moment.
Are you wearing that?
Yeah, Pau, Barcelona, the Tech Fleece Reimagine and some Union ones, man.
He's not lying. Favorite drink of choice?
Ooh, favorite drink of choice? Ice green tea.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna name it alcoholic beverage.
No. I mean, not even too heavy on the alcohol. So yeah, the ice cream tea. If it was an alcoholic drink though, JD Tennessee, the fiery one. I don't know if anybody's ever had that, but I'm gonna put you lot on some game right now. The JD Tennessee Fire with apple juice. Thank me, thank Orthors, thank whoever you need to thank later. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Say no more. And lastly, we've got, if your life had a save point, when and where would it be?
I'd say maybe around 2014, I'd say.
What happened around them times?
It's a bit of a deep one, and you know I hate to take it there, but a lot of my gaming career obviously started because of my mum. Lost her in 2014. Obviously RIP the GOAT, and yeah, she passed like I said in 2014. So just getting the wisdom, obviously with just gaming and kind of chasing your dream, and you know what I mean, kind of just focusing on that, like forgetting about the rest. I remember getting that advice in 2013, around 2014. So yeah, that to me is always, I would have loved to have picked her brain a bit more, but yeah, that's the year.
Oh, rest in peace. Big up Mumsy. Big up Mumsy. All right, so that's enough with the quick fire questions. Got a little taste for who you are, what you kind of like. But yeah, we're gonna dive into like the early years of you. Yeah, tell us about like where you grew up, what area you're from. Yeah, what were you like at school? Like,
Yeah.
what's your upbringing like?
Yeah, so the upbringing, obviously it was myself, my older brother and my mum. We grew up in a household that was heavily surrounded by games. So my first introduction to gaming was through Duck Hunt. So we had that, and when we used to play it, mum used to set it up on the weekends only, preferably a Sunday, so either before dinner or after dinner. And we used to play it, and obviously if you don't know, so Duck Hunt, you set up the projector on the wall, like the ducks, they fly out, you get to shoot them with like some gun that was attached or whatnot. And my mum kind of pointed out to me and my brother at the time, obviously we were really young, she was like, you lot are too good at this, like holding the gun. She didn't really appreciate the way how we were getting busy with the gun on the wall, like we were, you know, almost holding it sideways, like we were really getting high scores. And then my mum obviously, you know, she was watching from behind and was just like, something ain't right, like these two I don't know what's going on. So, you know, we got PlayStation 1, and then we got some other consoles. We got like a Dreamcast, my favorite console. And yeah, just growing up in a household where there was a lot of competitions, there was a lot of games. Obviously having the luxury of my mum kind of allowing us the opportunity and the time to play these games as well. That was a big thing for me. And obviously growing up in secondary school and stuff like that, I was always a good kid, but I was always heavy on competition. And Smash Bros, Double Dash, GoldenEye, Beautiful Joe, Red Hot Rumble, that just kind of ignited the big passion, obviously, with growing up, of just not just games, but just the competition, the fun that you can kind of have with people. To me, that's the most important, you know? And yeah, that was, I'd say, kind of like the starting point, I think, for like the whole gaming career, and, you know, just understanding and having a real passion for something. Then obviously throughout college and uni, I focused on like graphic design, branding, media, how to kind of put yourself out there, and, you know, just understand the type of things that you need to do in order to kind of be successful within just, you know, the creative industry. And slowly but surely, I just started to understand that this is obviously something that I wanted to do, and, you know, helping people is a massive thing for me. I did some artist management and helped out a lot of artists do like tours, shows, loads of stuff around the world. And that was another big indication that I really want to just foster a community and do stuff and help people that are passionate about things that they love. And equally, I'm passionate about what I love doing. So yeah, that was a big thing for me. So that was me in a nutshell, pretty much.
Interesting. I picked up one thing. You said you wanted to foster a community. And something like that interests me because I was a quiet person at school. So in school, were you not necessarily popular, but did you have lots of friends? Were you building groups together in school?
Yeah, I think like I loved bouncing around like different communities and different friendship groups. So we not only, you know what I mean, like did the whole sports thing, like played football, played basketball, you know what I mean, was kicking ball on the AstroTurf, playing, what is it? Is it 66? The last person to touch the ball, you know, I don't really want to but
I never played that game.
So then 66 was a game where, like, you know what I mean, you're kicking ball, you have to score a goal and it resets the timer. But the last person who touches the ball, it's an unfortunate tale. So, yeah, like in school, obviously, not only playing with them, but playing with like other friendship groups. Like we played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! We played, you know what I mean, traded a lot of Pokemon cards, like stuff like that. And being around all of these different groups just made me appreciate that there's something you can learn from every group. You know, there was the rivalry and the competition of like, you know, doing the sports, and there was like, you know, the close friendship and the excitement of opening up Yu-Gi-Oh! Packets and trading cards and stuff. And that type of thing for me, like, you know, when you kind of learn that you might be the glue to two different communities, but everybody all shares the common interest and love that people kind of just want to have a good time. That was the medium for everything. So yeah, like I'd say being a popular person has definitely inspired fostering a community.
And do you reckon that helps? I'm skipping ahead, but obviously you own that LAN party.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's had a big contribution to the growth of that LAN party?
Yeah,
as well?
for sure. Obviously with the LAN party, it's so heavy on community and people, and, you know, once again, everybody kind of sharing like the support and love, just coming down to come and see me, for example, like, but at the same time, having a good time, dancing, playing games, having food, having a drink, and just, you know, having a good time in a space where you might think to yourself, wow, like, you know, and massive shout out to Red Bull for obviously assisting with this whole idea of the LAN party. Like, it's just that of bringing all of the communities together, like, and different people from a range of walks of life. Like, it's just amazing that everyone can just come down and just have fun. So yeah, that's definitely a big inspiration for it.
Right, we're gonna skip around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you've got the LAN party, but what do you do for your day job?
So for the day job, I work as a IT technician. So it's pretty much people's emails ain't working, reset their laptop. They think it's magic. It's straightforward stuff, man. Like, you know what I mean? They are like, oh my God, thank you so much. But yeah, just assistance on that, and, you know, kind of just troubleshooting different ideas. And that, believe it or not, comes in handy with the whole gaming side of things. Because, yeah, when something goes wrong, you got to figure it out. So
yeah, of course. That's interesting, because you've got two, like, you've got the LAN party, which is community, like a community-based business, but then obviously your day job is IT. So my next question would be, did you know, like when you were younger, did you know what you wanted to be when you grew up? And did you hit that trajectory at any point? And was there something that you hit that made you say, let me divert?
What I wanna do.
Yeah.
Or, nah, I'd say when I was growing up, like, again, like being such a massive fan of games, like I never really knew that getting into like gaming and content creation and starting up TooBizy Gaming, like I never thought, damn, you know, like this is what I want to do at any point. I'll be honest. The main, I'd say, catalyst for it was, I think COVID. I think, like, obviously being on lockdown, and I think it was a catalyst for a lot of people to, as a creative, it was such a trigger for everyone to be like, what can I do with this time? We had so much time to do anything, you know, and when you are creative, you like, my mind, I was losing it, like being locked in. I was thinking, I've got to do something. Something has to give here. And obviously being so passionate about games and actually being good, I think every time I stream, you know, your personality is one thing, but you actually have to be good. So yeah, like that and COVID and just enjoying games and the community was the big trigger for me. And that is what taught me that I loved what I do. And I'd say, yeah, like COVID was the reason, really.
That's sick. That's sick that COVID locked you away. And then it's just like the community inside you said, nah. As soon as you came out, you said, nah, community, like, we're outside. That is lit. That's lit. How many of you are how many of you run the LA Empire, and what are kind of the different job roles that different people have?
There's about I'd say about 10 to 12 of us. There's almost a new role every time we meet up. I'll be real. And it's, you know, it's almost quite comical because we are childhood friends. So there's a lot of trust. There's a lot of understanding of what this person's good at and what that person's bad at, but where somebody else can kind of fill in. And that is like, that's the beauty of it, because it's like, okay, Tre might be struggling on this side, so let me actually pick up the slack of complete what I need to complete and help him out on that side. So for myself, I'd say obviously being the founder of it and almost like, you know, the creative director, I get to figure out all of the ideas and figure out how we're gonna better the next one and, you know what I mean, improve on this video or that party. And then like there's other roles like, you know, we actually got a videographer. One of my friends has really explored his passion with that. Then we got somebody else who is heavy on the socials. So he makes sure that, okay, we upload at this point, we do this, we do that, check out what these guys are doing. And then we've got, what other roles? Somebody for like the clothing as well. We've got somebody else who runs a media production company. So they assist a hell of a lot when it comes to like filming and obviously doing like the date reveal videos. And the rest is, a lot of it is just assistance as and when. So it's very different to pre-LAN party, and then on the night, like there's a lot of like, okay, this is what needs to happen. Like one of my friends is the security guard. There's just a lot of that type of stuff, but we figure it all out on the night. And that's why I say like every time we meet up, someone's got a new role. Sometimes I'm not even the founder, like the way some of the peoples are talking, yeah, like.
And have you picked up skills, like running the LAN party? Is there extra skills that you've picked up that you can look back and be like, wow, because I've started this, I've picked up, if it's managerial skills or if it's different skills that
100%.
This is benefit, that have actually been a benefit to you?
Yeah, 100%. The managerial skills is massive. There's the managerial side, and then there's like actually managing like, you know, like friends as well. Like it is the same thing, but when it's your friends, like you got to turn off like the friendship. It's business now, and it's being able to communicate that, like the importance of it being business. Like, you know, as much as I love the entire team, the team knows that, but we all understand that, okay, guys, let's stop what we're doing now and let's actually get something done. So yeah, the managerial skills, understanding, and just being able to, the biggest one for me is being able to liaise with brands. It's a skill that is so important. The way how I talk to my friends is not the same way that you should talk to a brand. And it's knowing when to turn it on and off, which is, you know what I mean, really, really, really important. So
sick. Would you ever, because you've got like the LAN party now, would you ever want to get another job in the gaming industry? I kind of thought to myself, because obviously before the LAN party, like we been doing TooBizy gaming, and obviously that's been like the content creating. So we stream on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. And obviously housing that community at the LAN party, like there's no events that's kind of doing that. So I really wanted to make sure that that is always there. Like people always have the opportunity to come and enjoy each other's company. And to answer your question, I really was toying with the idea of like getting a job within the industry, because I didn't want to burn myself out with gaming. I thought to myself, obviously streaming and creating YouTube videos and stuff, and then having a day job within pretty much the same thing, you might get fatigued. So I thought maybe let me not, but now I'm at a point where I'm ready to kind of move on and make that leap. It's definitely something that I wanna push into now.
Sick.
Can you go into a gaming job and also run your own gaming company?
Some companies you can't. Obviously the company that I used to be with, it was a little bit techie. So obviously if you create something while you're there, technically I believe it's the companies, because obviously you're in and around and using their tech and doing stuff like that. So I think you can, but again, it's just communicating that to the business and letting them know that this is obviously what's happening on the side.
Okay. Let's dive into something that a lot of people are interested in, which is the industry itself. And obviously we know the industry comes with a lot of ups and downs. Mm-hmm. However, if there's one thing you could change about the industry now, what do you reckon it would be?
If I could change something, it would, I think, be just a diverse crowd. Sometimes I feel that like some of the bigger opportunities, it's the same faces sometimes. And I feel that like what the industry has to make a better use of is that there's more of us, there's just more people out there, you know, that I'm sure could represent a brand a little bit better rather than using the same, you know what I mean, the same people. And listen, I'm all for it with people kind of staying in their bags and you know, not kind of getting interrupted. But I just feel that like, just use more of the creatives, like use more content creators that's out there. Use more, like I said, creatives to execute a project and you know, like sometimes take the risk. I do get it that, you know, numbers are super important, but massive shout out to Steph, obviously for Nate Saga. Like sometimes it is about the impact over numbers, man. And I get it, they are both really equal, but I just wish that sometimes they would take a bit more of a leap.
I hear that. And boy, you just spoke about Nate Saga. We met her when we first went to our Black Girl Gamers event in like 2019, and she was just sitting on the sideline watching what Jay was doing. Mm-hmm. How's it been? Because are you partnered? She took you, how did you meet Steph? How did you meet Nate Saga? And how did you come to work together?
So I met Steph through, obviously through like the whole gaming side of things. And we DM'd about, you know, just opportunities and just like growth and how can we, you know, how she can kind of give me advice on bettering the content that I'm putting out there and make myself just a bit more marketable for certain brands and stuff like that. And I guess she might have obviously seen the growth of TooBizy Gaming, and she thought to us, she might have thought that, yeah, like she sees some potential obviously with what this guy's doing. And I obviously always appreciated the work that she did. And we had a conversation one time. We were talking about something completely different, and she was just like, "Oh, do you know what? I want to do a stream team and, you know, kind of pass on opportunities and introduce you to brands and do this and do that." And I was like, "I'm up for it, super duper up for it." So yeah, so we've been chopping it out for years now, and yeah, she's definitely been like a mentor and been super duper wise with obviously everything. And yeah, it's been great. Steph's a joker, man.
Is there any key things she's taught you about the industry that you might want to let anyone know about? Any little gems that?
Be relentless, man. Like keep pushing. Like that's been the big takeaway I think from Steph. And it's always been like, look, you know, sharpen your tools, but at the same time, if there is an opportunity, like be sensible. Or, you know, obviously if it's an opportunity that is asking for these millions or whatever, but she's always just been like, nah, like, you know, go for it. And if you don't get it, why? Go back, revise it, you know what I mean? Figure it out, up your game, and then head back out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, just dust yourself off and try again.
Yeah, she's proper. She's spearheading the industry. Doing really good at what she's doing. And I'm glad that you're part of Nate Saga, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Collaboration and growth at the end of the day. Something in the industry, or anything in the industry that you're looking forward to? Is there any events or what in general, what are you looking forward to in the industry?
Yeah, I'd say more events that like some of these companies are putting out. You know, it's been amazing being a part of, you know, like Capcom and Square. Like Square just had their Final Fantasy Fan Fest. It's the first time I've ever been, and humongous shout out to the team. Like that was a real, you know, eye-opener on how a brand puts on an event. Like it was, yeah, like I just personally don't think words can do it justice. Like it was amazing, the vibes was fantastic, the staff like managed things amazingly, and yeah, it was just dope. So more stuff like that. Like Capcom did Street Fighter 6 launch, that was amazing. They also allowed me to kind of assist on the night, which was like, it's just a good feeling. The game that you spend a lot of time being interested in and growing up with, and the company obviously reaching out and also saying that, oh, you know, do you want to assist with obviously putting on? That's like, it's amazing. Like, it's such a warm-hearted feeling. So yeah, just more of that, I think, in the new year, and allowing everyone to come, like allowing people to just touch down and enjoy what we all enjoy together. So yeah.
I hear that. Lovely. Great. Well, why did I say great like that? How do you reckon we can continue to improve diversity in the industry?
I think, I want to say like, just allowing a diverse, group of content creators and just allowing people to just have more opportunities. Like, I'd say, if there is a game that's releasing, or if there is an event that's being hosted, or, working with Jordan Brand, with Nay Saga, for example, they ensured that like the entire cast and crew were black. And this was fantastic. Talking to some of the crew, it was their first gig. It was their first time, obviously, doing makeup, for example, or styling, or doing all of these things. And it was so nice to see that they're giving like diverse people like opportunities like that, to work with Jordan Brand straight like that. So even within the gaming space, for me, I feel that like, if you are gonna do an event, or you're gonna invite people down to come and play the game, invite, like maybe a black photographer and let them take pictures, and invite like a black DJ, let them, I just think more stuff like that, and it will allow people to kind of be seen a bit more, obviously, with the assistance of the brand, and allowing them to be tagged, and allowing them to also share their own version of the footage. I know that there's obviously there's logistics that come with it, but just more opportunities for us, man, that will allow us to just shine a bit more as well.
I hear that. What's a big misconception about the gaming industry?
Outside of the gaming industry, thinks that it's such a nerdy thing. Like, everybody just thinks that, you sit down and you play with, behind your keyboard for hours, and you don't see sunlight, and you don't, it's just a bunch of, smelly people, and like, it's such a narrow-minded thing to think. Like, I'm a gamer, I love fashion, as equally as much as I love games, and, I take pride in making sure that, I look presentable, even just on stream, or if it is going to an event. And does that kind of mean that I fall into the same category as what people are kind of just immediately thinking that a gamer is? So I have the conversation quite a lot, like speaking to loads of people when I meet them, whether it be at work or events, and they're like, oh, like, you play games, do you just do this, do you just do that? And it's like, well, not really. Like, there's a bit more to it, and you can, you'd learn a bit more if you kind of spent the time and like invested in learning about the industry. So yeah, I think that's most probably the biggest one. And it's sometimes it gets crazy, man, because yeah, they are just sold on it just being such a nerdy gamerish thing, like, and it's just like, come on, man, that's not.
Do you reckon the LAN party? Do you reckon you've kind of not played into it, but that misconception? I feel like the LAN party is trying to counter that misconception with.
You know what? We speak about this a lot on stream. So I always bring up, like, look, the first time we did the LAN party at Red Bull, we did a lot of streams, obviously building up to it, and I said, look, everyone, please, please come smelling sweet, smell sweet, look good, wear some nice trainers, wear some nice clothing, you know what I'm saying? I just had to make it clear. I was sweating a little bit. I thought, boy, I don't know, I might host a party and people might smell a bit frowsy. I don't know, like, but obviously when you are hosting an event, there's all of these things that's going through your mind. So I never kind of once thought to myself, damn, I directly want to counter what people are thinking. But I also thought to myself, if people do smell sweet and dress nice, then I don't really like the job is done. The job is done. Like, people who attend will say that, nah, like, it was nice, it smells good, everything was clean, everything was nice. So yeah, like, I guess it is a big counter for the misconception that people obviously have about the gaming industry. But at the same time, the LAN party is about culture. It's about, like, what we all enjoyed growing up, like, going to, a family gathering or a barbecue, and your plate's full, and you and your cousins find a room where there's a PlayStation, and you have fun, and you're eating food, you're cussing your cousins, and you ask your mum to sleep over, but it doesn't happen. And that is pretty much what the LAN party is. But now everyone's older, everyone's smelling nice and looking sweet, so can't complain.
Lovely, man. Yeah, we need to hit that up.
You don't need to come.
Is there any little insight into? Is there any little insight to when this is happening? Any
Not you
month
as well, man.
this year?
Not you as well. We got one more. We got one more coming up. We
This
got
year?
one more coming up this year. So
Cool.
there's not a lot of year left. So I'm sure people
Yeah.
can figure it out, man. But yeah, soon. We got a date reveal video coming up soon. So yeah, but I can't reveal any dates yet. But it will be enough time.
Do we know when the reveal date is?
You just digging, man. Well, we're filming it next week Tuesday, and I'm aiming for immediate release. So, but I always aim to give enough people enough time to speak to their work and say, "Raw, can I get the time off?" And it's a generic time that people usually need. So, do with that information. I know that there's some Sherlock Holmes and some Indiana Jones out there that will decipher what I'm saying, but yeah.
Guys, I think we know what that means.
He's taking notes.
Free up the end of November, beginning of December, innit? Don't go on holiday. The beginning of December, people going on holiday before the 10th and between the 20th of November and the 10th of December. That's Be prepared. Be prepared for them dates.
Saying nothing.
Hopefully, I'm not wrong.
Saying nothing.
What are some of the perks that you enjoy working for the LAN party, and what are kind of the benefits that it gives you, or little things little perks? Perks.
I'd say one of the main perks for me is housing such an event that no one else is really doing, and people look forward to coming to the event and having fun. To me, it's the best feeling, especially, a few days after the LAN party, everyone sees the pictures, everyone's talking about it, it's the best feeling knowing that something that you've come up with, something that you've cooked and that you and your team have put on, and that other people can enjoy. The main thing for me is that you buy a ticket and, once you're in, it's just about having fun. There's no tokens to play games. Drinks are free. We also get, drinks are free. We get food. Sign up. What happened to the girl? I thought you was gonna at least say, that part is good, but as soon as I said the drinks.
Listen, people like free stuff. Listen, raise that ticket price if you have to.
Yeah. This is what people are saying. People are saying to raise the ticket, but do you know what? People can say what they want, but it's about the people. It's about, again, the last event's tickets was £15, and you have so much fun. I'm happy with that. It's not about the money. It's not about that type of stuff. I just want people to just have a great time. Massive shout out to Wing Shack. They provide the food. We also get a wrap for people as well. So, you know what I mean? And the attendees have been super duper respectful, and that is another good feeling. It's you let people into your house, you want people to be respectful, do you know what I'm saying? And without having to reiterate yourself, people are just doing it. So it's just a good feeling, man. It's a big perk of just being able to allow people to have fun. That is the main thing. So yeah.
And this is going back, and obviously now you've done the LAN party at it's the Red Bull Sphere, right?
Red Bull Gaming Sphere in Shoreditch, yeah.
Cool. So for anyone interested, I'm interested is, how did you get that relation? How did you get to the stage where you got the relationship to be we want to run the LAN party at the Red Bull Sphere?
The Gaming Sphere. So we did it. We did our first LAN party last year in February, and then we didn't do a LAN party for pretty much a year and some change. And everybody was still talking about it within that time. Everyone was everyone killing me. When is the next one? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And it was very, very, very heartbreaking. I don't think, obviously, I've kind of relayed a lot of this information back to my community and stuff, but it was tough, man. Putting on an event and then not being able to put on an event afterwards it sucked. Because you've allowed everyone to have fun and then you've just stripped it away. So another shout out to Chris Gray, an absolute legend. He said to me, what do you kind of need in order to pick up the LAN party again? And I just said, look, we just need a space, and obviously we need just a brand to just understand. And we've obviously been to the Gaming Sphere quite a lot, obviously for previous gaming activations with the Nerd Council, Black Twitch UK, and obviously Nate Saga. And Chris just said to me, he was just like, look, like let's email them, let's see what's going on. We didn't hear back for a while, and obviously I was just disheartened again. I just thought it's not going to happen. And then Chris just said, we're going to the office. He was just like, he's like, I'm coming to meet you after work. And I was a bit like, raw. He was like, no, we're going. And that was the mentality that I needed to have. It was just like, go there and get it done. Like, speak to someone. As soon as you speak to someone, then obviously it's almost like a snowball effect. So we went there, we spoke to someone, we got an email address, we emailed them, and they were pretty much like, pitch the idea. And we pitched it, and Josh, absolute legend at Red Bull, he was just like, and Nick, they were just like, look, let's make it happen, basically. And yeah, now we are about to be on our 4th one, and they were just like, look, you know, again, the audience has been so respectful, the idea's been amazing, let's continue it going.
You got something big. You got something big, man.
No, thank you.
Sick. Little insight there for people, yeah, for upcoming people want to follow in the footsteps.
Yes.
We need those insights. But yeah, we're gonna kind of do a little roundup now. Bring the show to an end. So one of the questions is, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Without sounding too cheesy, it comes from my team, obviously my boys, who assist with all things TooBizy Gaming and the LAN party. Obviously, they actually came up with the name for TooBizy Gaming. You know, they used to call me Buzz Lightyear back in school. You know, with the Oyster card pictures back in the day. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it, but yeah, that was it. And then it changed to Biz, and then like I was stumped on the name, and they came up with TooBizy Gaming. And it's been a hit. Like, my own branding has been remixed, and again, like, you know, I'm grateful for them. And also, it's the community. The community inspired me to always go harder and, you know, cook new ideas and just involve people. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the big inspiration. It's my peoples, the community, mash that together, and I'm good to go, man.
Love it. What's a skill then that you're looking to learn or improve upon this year? Say this year, it's coming to an end, but in this current year.
The skill I'd say that I want to make sure that it's just as refined as possible is definitely, it's within the management realm. So not only just managing like the team, obviously, for the LAN party and TooBizy Gaming, but it is time management, it's management at like events, and management with like myself. Obviously, like, as much as I love doing content creating and gaming and stuff like that, you have to have a life outside, you know what I'm saying? And it's all about the balance, but that comes with management. You know, you can't do everything. We're not Supermen, we're not superheroes. It's just not, you know what I mean, within our power. So just management in general, man.
I hear that. And lastly, one thing that you think everyone should know about anything.
Everyone should know about with me, or just know about in general?
Something, if you've got like a book, if you've got music, if you've got a new game, if you've got a holiday destination that no one's known about, anything, something that you think that people need to know about.
With myself specifically, and then I'll do something in general, is that, yeah, it's just work hard, and just know that I myself, obviously, it ain't gonna be the first and the last time that, you know what I mean, myself and Orthors are gonna be working together. But I wanna be heavy on collaboration in the new year. I say it pretty much every year, and I know that obviously everyone's all got lives, but yeah, man, just working with people and assisting people as well, you know, up and coming content creators and up and coming creatives in general. I want to help out as much as I can. And I'd say something for everybody to know is it's free to be kind, man. I say it all the time. Help people, and yeah, like, just do better, sharpen your tools and get ready, man.
You've heard it there first. Actually, wait, I've got another question, which is, this is the last one now. Where do you see yourself in 5-10 years? Yeah,
like, I'd say in 10 years, and I've been giving this heavy thought recently, I will still continue to do content creating with TooBizy Gaming, you know, giving people insight and updates on games and working closely with brands and being able to shed light on things that a brand or a company would like to release, that I don't ever want to stop. And obviously still doing the LAN party, obviously under TooBizy Gaming, that I don't ever want to stop as well. It's the enjoyment, it's priceless. And I always want to make sure that everyone just has a destination to go to have fun that is safe. It's, you know, again, it's diverse, it's inclusive, you know, and we just ensure that everybody who attends just has a good time. And, you know, in today's world, I feel like it's getting a little bit harder for people to kind of find spaces that they feel welcomed in or they feel safe. And again, that is such a heartwarming feeling, knowing that the event that I'm putting on is allowing that to, you know, come to fruition. So yeah, I'd say that, but at some point I would love to have a space and almost do like a LAN party convention where it's twice as big and, you know, there's more to it. There's cookouts, there's DJs, there's gaming booths, that's what I want to do. So yeah, 10 years, hopefully.
The new EGX.
The new,
you know,
something, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Something new,
big things.
Yeah, man, big things.
All right, well, that's Tre. That's am I supposed to say your name?
TooBizy Gaming, yeah, man. Yeah,
TooBizy Gaming. And yeah, thanks for coming down to the studio.
Come on, man. Thank you for having me.
Having you.
Thank you.
I hope the crowd loved what you had to say.
Nah, please, man, or let me know.
There we go. You heard it here first. Tre on In Convos.
Let's get it, man.